My mind is always thinking of books. I'm big on reading, big on writing, and I want to write a bunch of books. Whether I will or not, only time and God could tell, right? However, my latest idea, even though I got 3 books started and unfinished, my latest idea is a very simple one. Many people ask me how you doing, and my answer is one of several answers. Fantastic, amazing, great, wonder, fabulous. And if the conversation continues, or generally a person that has gotten to know me, for a small amount of time, they'll always say the same thing. Man, you're always in a great mood. And always have the same answer. Very generic for a very long time. I've said, I'm allergic to bad days. Now, I have some character building days. I have some challenging days that I learn a lot. But I just don't have bad days. And I thought that could be a great book. How to be allergic to bad days. How to become allergic to bad days. And it's just a simple concept. There's no plot in it except to how to always be positive. No matter what happens in life, being positive is always a better option. It's always, you're going to have a better experience and you're going to be a lot more focused. We all know that when we make emotional decisions, generally it's not the best decision. And emotional decisions are generally negative decisions. Or the only time that it's a positive decision is generally when we're in puppy love or a positive emotion. But generally we make emotional decisions in a negative state. Whether we're distressed, whether we're desperate, whether we're scared, whether we're worried or anxious and whatnot. So overall, being positive is just better than being negative, no matter what. I've had a negative mindset for almost half my life. And the outcome, my experience, my results were generally negative, very negative most of the time. And when I changed to a positive mindset and a happy-go-lucky way of being, and I started becoming allergic to bad days and looking at the bright side of everything, including people, I immediately and consistently started getting positive results and a positive experience in life. And now it's just like the Matrix. I can't, I took the pill. I can't go back. There's no way. It was just like me with eating meat. I told myself I was gonna, stop eating meat, it probably would have never worked. But, after a 30-day experiment of seeing how it would go, and me feeling what I felt and not feeling what I didn't feel, I couldn't go back. Once in a while I eat seafood because the lesser of all evils, and I'm pretty certain that eventually I'll be 100% vegan. But well over a decade of not eating meat just because of the way that I feel. And I have nothing against meat. I've made my livelihood mostly of meat for a long time. And in one of my last jobs, Mission Barbecue, I tasted brisket, and I tasted pork, and I tasted chicken, and I tasted pastrami, and I tasted all that, turkey, every day. I didn't eat it, but I tasted it. But my body just functions so much better without it. Same thing with my mindset, having a positive mindset. So I don't understand. I mean, some people are just so negative, and some people have really positive results in life, but they don't get to enjoy them because they're always negative. You know, it's like the people that every time that you say, how you doing? Oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm tired. You know, guess what? You're going to be tired every day. Do something with it. You know, so at least you can be tired and proud. You know, be tired and happy. You know, but, you know, you woke up this morning. You know what the miracle it is that each and every day we wake up? The miracle, you know, the anomaly, the statistic insanity of you even being alive, you know, much less wake up every day. You know, and we take it for granted. We think, oh my God, life is such a drag. See how death is gonna feel. Shit. Just be positive. Take your be positive vitamin every day, and just enjoy the day and be positive and be allergic to bad days. You know, life is gonna happen. That's without a doubt. You know, because I'm an optimist doesn't mean that I'm not a realist. But if the challenges hit me and I just let them take me down, then I'm letting life control me. I'm letting circumstance control me, and I cannot stop life from happening. You know, but it doesn't have to be shit happens. It could be life happens. You know, when I have a challenging day, my eyes open wider. My peripheral is stronger. Why? Because there's got to be a lesson here. I'm going to grow from this. I'm going to become a better person. And, you know, that's the plot in life for me, is becoming the best version of myself ever. Beautiful. Oh, the 50s Mustang. And I'm never going to get there. You know, as much as I want to say, you know, I'm doing my best, I realize my best could always get better. You know, and I could always be a better man, a better husband, a better son, a better father, a better brother, a better boss, a better leader, a better employee, you know, a better driver. You know, I could always get better. And I'm a student of life, and when challenges happen, that's where I default, is how could I grow from this moment? How could I get better? You know, I was watching a podcast or an interview. I forgot his name, but he's a neurologist and a brain surgeon, which is wild to have both, right? Study of the brain and study of the mind. And interview is Lewis something or something Lewis asked them, you know, what's the one habit that could change a person's life forever? He's like, the best advice I could give anybody is to have a positive mindset. You know, oh no, it was to deal with emotions. You know, become emotionally resilient. You know, deal with emotions better. And being positive, we deal with emotions better, because emotions are gonna happen. Life is gonna happen. But if you're negative, you allow the emotions to overtake your mindset, and it affects the results that you get in your life experience. But if you are positive, you are looking to where you grow from this. You're looking for the lessons. Hence, you deal with your emotions better. You know, one of the last emotions that I've dealt with, and still to a certain extent deal with, and I'm sure that I deal with all emotions, but they're definitely not as critical now, is anger. And when I get angry and I'm looking, where could I get better? What triggered this? What made this happen? What made me act like this? What made me feel this way? You know, I'm looking for the opportunities. My peripheral gets larger, visions gets better, my mind opens into the growth mindset, then I have a better experience because I become more resilient with that emotion. And I start dealing with my emotions better. And I've learned to understand where my connection and my triggers come from. And when I realize that, I realize, okay, this emotion is not real. It's residual of how I dealt with my emotions in the past because of A, B, and C. And that's not what's happening right now. The triggers are there because of the habits, and it took 46 years to become 46 years old. It took all these years for me to, condition my emotion, condition my mind, condition my body, condition all these neurons, all these firings into reacting this way. It's not going to go away in a weekend. It's not going to go away in one session of me thinking about it. But I can start reconditioning my wiring, my reconditioning my mind, my body, my soul, my vision, my thought process. And it only happens if I'm being positive about it. So very simple, extremely important lesson. Be positive. Be positive. I know some people that are negative, and I'm looking for the positive. One of the lessons that I learned many, many, many years ago that helped me tremendously is your adversaries are your best teachers, or your greatest teachers. And it took a while to really understand that, but the people that got me to that level of getting triggered, they were teaching me about me. Because what people say is a reflection of themselves. It has nothing to do with me, but I was allowing it to affect me. So it's like, why? And there was many reasons, depending on the situation. I grew and I thought, but that was entirely whenever an adversary or somebody, triggered me, I saw them as an adversary. And then because of the quote and because my mind, I'm like, okay, my adversaries are my greatest teachers. What are they teaching me? And I realized that most of it was teaching me about me, how I handle the situation and why do I handle it this way. Well, I was an aggressive person, and it took many years to become that. It was going to take a week and a session for me to unlearn that. So I had to unlearn that and replace it. In many ways, replace it, just like a habit, right? It's a lot easier to replace it with a different habit than to just kick it. Is it possible to just kick it? Absolutely. But so that is my TED Talk for today. Be positive. Look for the opportunity. Be resilient. Learn how to deal with your emotions. Learn where your triggers are come from. Realize that what people say and do is a reflection of themselves. Realize that your adversary are your greatest teachers, and they're teaching you about you. And they can't tell you what the lesson is. Only you can in reflection. That's why it's important to, take off the headphones and deal with your mind, deal with yourself, listen to yourself, listen to the many voices. You're going to have them with you forever. Might as well get to know them and learn how to have a good relationship with them, right? Love ya.